Hi guys, welcome back. We're going to start talking about Pythagorean theorem today. And is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And we're going to go through what all these things mean and what blah, blah, blah. Okay? So when we have a triangle, what is the longest side of the triangle? Okay? Now that might be a visual, that might be, it's labeled. Okay? The longest side of any triangle is what we call the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse, I should spell that correctly. It's sitting right there. Hypotenuse, okay? So when we're looking at a triangle that it has a 90-degree angle, so a right triangle, okay? The side across from the 90-degree angle will always be the hypotenuse. It will always be the longest side no matter what's going else is going on, okay? The side across from 90 will always be the longest side, okay? And then we have two other sides of the triangle, okay? Those are the ones that are attached to the 90-degree angle, so they are adjacent or touch the 90-degree angle. The hypotenuse never touches the 90-degree angle, right? That's why it's across from the 90-degree angle, okay? And I wrote that down right here for you, okay? So when we have the triangle, we can label one of the sides A, and we do a lowercase a, so we're going to call this side A, and the other side is what we call the sides of a triangle, B. And the hypotenuse will always be called C. So the A's and B's can flip-flop. That doesn't matter, okay? But the C will always be the hypotenuse. So hypotenuse and C go together. So stick that up in your brain. Remember it, okay? So then we have this formula, A squared plus B squared equals C squared, okay? And I believe I showed you guys in class your math antics video. So if you need to, you can go back and reference that. They kind of talk about this a little bit more, okay? So again, I wrote down A and B are always the legs of the triangle. It doesn't matter which side of the triangle it is, as long as C is the hypotenuse, okay? And this, again, is only for right triangles. We can't do this with every triangle, only right triangles. So if I give you a side 10 and a side 7.5, and you need to find C, or the hypotenuse, okay? So we have A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So instead of writing A, I'm going to write 10. So I'm going to have 10 squared. Plus B squared, which is 7.5. Squared equals C squared, okay? So now I need to solve for C, okay? Well, 10 squared is 100 because it's 10 times 10, not 10 times 2. Don't be that person. And then 7.5 times 7.5 is 56.25. And again, if you're typing this in a calculator, you can type in 7.5 caret key 2. Okay, if you're using my class set of yellow calculators, that'll pop out 56.25 for you right away. Or you can type in 7.5 times 7.5. Either would be acceptable. So 100 plus 156 is 156.25 equals C squared. Now this is something we haven't really covered yet. Squaring. What's the opposite of squaring something? Well, it is square root. Okay. So if I want to get rid of the square, because I want to know what just the side C is, I don't care about what C squared is. I'm going to go ahead and square root both sides, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and pull up my calculator here. Okay. So I'm going to, if it'll flip to the side for me here. Really? Sorry guys, it's being a fussbus. All right, well, I'll use this one. So you'll be able to see on my screen what I'm doing here. So I'm going to do the second square root of 156.25, okay? And sometimes it'll come out as a pretty number, sometimes it won't, okay? So that's okay. So we'll have 12.5, okay? Sorry, my mom's texting me apparently. So I get C equals 12.5, okay? So the longest side of that triangle will be 12.5. All right, let's look at another one. Okay. Now, if we're looking at this, Alexa, stop timer. Okay. So, again, this is the 90-degree angle here. So, the side across from the 90-degree angle is what we're trying to figure out. I'm going to call this side A and this side B. But if we wanted to, we could call the 12B and the 9A. Doesn't matter. We'll get the same answer either way. So, again, I have A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And you're going to have to memorize that formula. But, again, if you're saying it to yourself every time you're doing one of your homework problems, it'll stick up in there. So we're going to have 9 squared plus 12 squared equals C squared. Well, 9 squared is 81, because 9 times 9 is 81. 12 times 12 is 144 equals C squared. Well, now if we do 81 plus 144, that would be 225, if I remember correctly. So 81 plus 144 equals 725. I'm sorry. No, that is not right. 81 plus 144. 225. I was right the first time. Sorry, guys. And then again, to get rid of a square, we square root it. Okay? And if we take the square root of 225, that would be 15. Okay? And again, you can type it in the calculator. I can show you again how I did it. So I did second square root 225, and we get 15. So that one was a really pretty one. Okay? So again, x is 15. And we could have called c x all the way through. Like I could change all these to x's. That really doesn't matter though. Okay? All right. Let's go ahead and try another one. So this one, this time, we're solving for a side because I know the value of c. Okay? And what's going to be nice here is that we have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And just for giggles this time, I'm going to call this side a and this side b. Okay? Because again, it doesn't matter. So we're going to have 4 squared plus b squared, that's the side I don't know, plus 5 squared. Well, 4 squared is 16 plus b squared, which equals 25. Okay? And now we need to solve for b. So this one's a little bit different than last time because last time everything was already on one side for me. Okay? That is not going to be the case this time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use all of my solving equation skills. So I'm going to subtract 16 from both sides. So I'm going to get b squared equals 9. Okay? Now again, we want to solve for b by square rooting both sides, so we're going to get b equals 3. Okay? Or x equals 3, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't matter in this case. Okay? All right. We'll go ahead and talk through this one. Actually, I'm going to skip this one for now. We'll come back to it, okay? Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.